Good YouTube. Quinn Wade coming to y'all on this beautiful Friday night. And we're going to talk about how the rookies was going at it. Queen and Cooper add a little bit of that Jeremiah Fears in there too for it to be a really good competitive game that the Mavericks ended up winning by 118 to 115. Dallas go to 4-12 and 3-8 at home. The Pelicans go to 2-13 and 1-7 on the road. Pelicans had a couple opportunities to tie this game. Queen airballed a three, and Trey Murphy missed a three that would have tied it, and the Mavericks still would have had a chance to win it or go into overtime, but it didn't happen that way. You got to give a lot of credit to Cooper Flat for making good decisions and good plays, whether it was scoring in the paint or dishing it out to Najee Marshall. And that's what they drafted him for. He's big, he's tall, he's physical, got good handle, and he has a little bit of a jump shot. And we just have to see him just knock those shots down more consistently. And he'll have games like this more often. But New Orleans won the first quarter 34-25, the second quarter 29-24. But then Mavericks made a run in the third and ended it well, finishing with a 36-22 third quarter. And they also beat them in the fourth 33-30. Let's talk about the Pelicans. The only guy to not get in double figures in scoring was Herbert Jones. He played 32 minutes. He had 7 points, 3 of 10 from the field, 1 of 3 from three. 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 2 steals, and a block. 2 of his rebounds was offensive. He had 3 personal fouls and was a -7. And plus minus, he mainly out there for defensive purposes, but you need more shooting and more scoring from him to beat teams, and he didn't provide that today. He tried it, but it just didn't work out for him. He missed too many shots, but he still was decent defensively from time to time, but he also gave up his fair share of points. Zion Williamson, 30 minutes, 22 points. He was 7 of 9 from the field. Didn't take a lot of shots because he went 8 of 11 from the free throw line. He had more free throw attempts than he did field goal attempts because we know he's a bulldozer in that paint. He's going to come at you. He's not going to shy away from the contact. He's going to force you to do something to him, or he's just going to finish. And that he did a whole lot of against the Pelicans. But he only had 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, but he did have 3 steals, which was great. One of his rebounds was offensive. He was a -2 and plus minus. Trey Murphy the third, he played 35 minutes. He finished with the most points on the team with 25. He was 7 of 14 from the field. The problem was he went 1 of 7 from three, but he also did go 10 of 10 from the free throw line, so I guess you'll live with it. He also had 3 rebounds and 3 steals. Everybody in the starting lineup had 2 or more steals. 1 block also for Trey Murphy, 3 personal fouls, and then he was a -1 and plus minus. Derek Queen was really finishing real good around the basket. In this one, he was bumping, knocking, and just going strong with a lot of confidence to finish. He did a good job. All the starters did play 30 plus minutes. Derek Queen had 20 points. He was 8 of 17 from the field, 0 of 2 from three, 4 of 5 from the free throw line, 11 assists. So he finished with a double-double. It's funny that your center is the one that's passing and making all the plays, but he's capable of doing it. He did a good job at it because he only had 4 turnovers and 2 personal fouls. He also had 7 rebounds, 2 steals, and 2 of his rebounds was offensive. Out of the 7, he was a +2, +1, and plus minus. I really love what I've been seeing from him. Good handle, good understanding of what he needs to do and how to get rid of the ball, when to get rid of the ball, and how to look for his shot. If the mid-range and 3 ball comes around consistently, he could be a real tough cover because of his passing and because of his scoring and because of his finishing around the rim. And since he can do 3 level scoring and hit free throws, he can be a really good player in the future if he can polish him up a little bit more. Jeremiah Fears was killing it in transition, but he also did a good job of scoring the basketball in the half court. In 32 minutes, he had 21 points, 8 of 12 from the field, 3 of 4 from three. They gave him some space, so he just took them. He was 2 of 5 from the free throw line. He had 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 turnovers, 4 steals. He also had one offensive rebound and also two personal fouls and was a -9 and plus minus. A lot of guys off their bench didn't score a lot. But E. Measy, probably the biggest name off the bench besides Alvarado. He had 4 points. He was 2 of 4 from the field. He also only had 2 rebounds, but he did get a block and 2 offensive rebounds was all the ones that he had when it comes to rebounds. And he had 2 personal fouls and was a -5 and plus minus. As long as he's around that paint, finishing at the rim, trying to find a way to rebound and protect the rim, you're happy with whatever else he gives you. Jose Alvarado played the most minutes with 20 minutes. He had 5 points, which was the most points off the bench. He went 2 of 5 from the field and 1 of 4 from three. And he had 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, and was a +2 and plus minus. I'm loving his game. Speedy, quick, fast, push, push, push. Let the ball go or get to the rim or hit a three. Simple, minimalistic approach to the game, but it's effective. Sadiq Bey ended up getting an easy finish around the rim, and then he did it again, and that was his only points. He was 2 of 9 from the field, 0 of 4 from three, in 18 minutes, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. One of his rebounds was offensive, 1 personal foul, and a -1 and plus minus. Micah Peavy, 13 minutes, 4 points, 2 of 6 from the field, 0 of 1 from three, 1 rebound, 1 steal, 1 block. 5 personal fouls, and was a -4 and plus minus. And then Jordan Harkins splashed a three in the corner. That's the only shot that he made. So he finished with 3 points in 12 minutes. He was 1 of 5 from the field, 1 of 2 from three. He had 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, and was a +11 and plus minus. The rest of the guys did not play coach's decision, but they did go 42 of 91, 46% from the field as a team. They only went 7 of 27, 26% from three, and 24 of 31, 77% from the free throw line. 42 rebounds, 25 assists, 13 turnovers, 15 steals, 4 blocks, and 20 personal fouls. For the Pelicans, it was close, and they gave the Mavericks a good challenge, but they was able to accept that challenge and come out victorious. Daniel Gafford played 25 minutes for the Mavericks. He had 8 points, 3 of 5 shooting from the field, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. He also had 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 turnovers, 2 steals, and a block. 2 of his rebounds was offensive. He had also 2 personal fouls. It was a -6 and plus minus. Really played hard in this game and was trying to patrol as hard as he could in that paint. It worked sometimes and sometimes it didn't, but he gave the effort that you want, even on the glass and even around the rim that he usually brings. PJ Washington, 37 minutes. He had 24 points, 8 of 14 from the field. Got some tough shots to go, even from three, but he still finished 5 of 8. He was 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 9 rebounds, 1 assist, 4 turnovers, 1 steal, 3 blocks. Really strong performance from PJ. Is nothing that he didn't do. And this one offensive rebound out of the 9, 1 personal foul, and he was a +1 and plus minus. Had the most rebounds from the starters and had the most rebounds in general for the Mavericks. Cooper Flag led them in scoring. He finished with 29 points. He was played 32 minutes. It was 12 of 19 from the field, 0 of 4 from three. He was 5 of 6 from the free throw line. He ended up having 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 turnovers, and 2 steals. 2 of his rebounds was offensive with 2 personal fouls and a +9 and plus minus. He was efficient, but he couldn't make a three. But he also didn't settle for threes and mid ranges. He got his butt to that rim and either got a dunk, a layup, or a layup and a foul. And that's the type of versatility and the type of skill set, which is real good IQ that we knew he had. We just didn't see him do it more. It seemed like he became more passive. Seemed like he became more of a team player instead of having that alpha male in his body where he can get and do whatever he wants on the court. He just has to knock down a shot after he takes it. And that's what we need to see more of. 19 attempts is high for Cooper Flag. But without AD, without Kyrie, this should be normal. Or if you can make argument, you should be taking more. Because if you're going to be point guard and you're going to have the decisions made on your back, well, you did that in high school, you did it in college. Might as well get back to that same mentality and that same play style that you had mentality-wise, too, in those other leagues. But this is the best of the best, and you prove that you're a starter. Now continue to prove that they made the right decision by drafting you number one by having performances like these. Brandon Williams, 28 minutes, 5 points, 1 of 12 from the field, 1 of 7 from three, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 12 assists, 5 rebounds, 6 turnovers, 1 steal, 2 blocks. 2 of his rebounds was offensive, 1 personal foul, plus 1 and plus minus. He really didn't have it going in this one. He had a lot of good looks and a lot of open ones. He couldn't get none of them to go. Even if they gave him time to be able to knock it down, he still couldn't make them. But the assists really, patched up a lot of that because they needed to score. He was able to find them scoring, but that came with a cost because he finished with those 6 turnovers. So really an inefficient game, but the Maverick teammates had his back because they still was able to win, although he really had it bad in this one. Max Christie was ready to shoot each and every time he got in. If he wasn't doing that, he was getting to the basket. 23 points for him, 7 of 12 from the field, 5 of 9 from 3, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 block, 3 personal fouls, a plus 7 and plus minus. Caleb Martin, 8 minutes, 1 assist, 1 steal, 3 personal fouls, minus 7 and plus minus. Najee Marshall, 24 minutes, 9 points, 2 of 5 from the field, 1 of 3 from the 3-point line, 4 of 6 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 personal foul, a plus 5 and plus minus. He hit a big 3 that gave him the lead. And other than that, he didn't really score that much, but he kept handling the ball and finding his teammates for opportunities that they was able to knock down for the most part. And you have to love that about Najee Marshall game. Sometimes he can score, but he also can handle and make decisions with the ball in his hand. Or he can just make the extra pass. You have to love that from him too. Derek Lively, 18 minutes, 4 points, 1 of 1 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 block. 3 of his rebounds was offensive, 5 personal fouls, a plus 8 and plus minus. Finish around the rim, finish strong. Keep the ball moving if you don't have a shot that you like, and protect the rim with all your life is what Derek Lively's supposed to do, and that's what he was able to do a little bit in this one. Musa, 5 minutes. He only had 3 rebounds and assists and was a plus 1 and plus minus, and that was it. Klay Thompson played 16 minutes. He had 5 points, but he went 2 of 9 from the field and 1 of 7 from 3. The jump shot just wasn't there, basically. He just can't make shots consistently like he used to do a couple years ago. And he's not the defender that he was years ago either, but at least he's, still a threat. He still finds ways to get open, and you still kind of hope he don't make it because you know that he's capable of still making some in a row like he did the other game. So still got to guard him, still got to respect him out there, even though he's been a little cold this year and last year too. 2 rebounds, 1 block, 1 offensive rebound out of the 2 that he had. And he was a minus 4 and plus minus. And then Jaden Hardy, the only guy to get in double figures in points off the bench in 14 minutes. He had 11. He was 4 of 7 from the field, 3 of 6 from 3, 2 rebounds, 1 turnover, 1 personal foul, 40 of 84, 48% from the field, 16 of 43, 37% from 3, 22 of 28, 79% from the free throw line. He ended up having 47. The team ended up having 47 rebounds. That was 5 more than the Pelicans. They had 30 assists. That was 5 more than the Pelicans. They also had 20 turnovers. That was 7 more than the Pelicans. They lost in that area, but they also lost in the steals category because they only had 9. The Pelicans had 15, which was a lot more. And they had more blocks, though. They had 5 more blocks. They finished with 9. And the Pelicans ended up having 4. And then they committed 19 personal fouls against the Pelicans, which was 1 less. But they did shoot 3 less free throws than the Pelicans, and they did shoot it at a better percentage, 79 to 77 from, Maverick shot 79 and the Pelicans shot 77%. So close game. Pelicans had chances to get back in it, to tie it. It wasn't meant for them to do it. It didn't happen that way. Just got lit with the result that you tried and gave everything that you had. And that's something that you have to love that they still do. For them to have a bad record, they could have just said, I'm just coming out here to play because that's what I have to do. This is my job. but they actually gave their all and actually gave themselves a chance to win this one, even when they could have quit, even when they could have gave up, even when they could have just laid down and say, "Yeah, I got it." They kept fighting. They kept trying to find a way to win it. You have to love that about the Pelicans in this one, but it didn't matter because at the end of the day, the Mavericks were just better. They just seemed like they was ready to go at them over and over again, and the Pelicans was hitting them here, hitting them there, and the Mavericks just kept coming with theirs. And they was a team that was able to execute the best at the end. It wasn't easy. It was some tough shots that both teams was making, but only one team wins, and the Mavericks was able to make the ones that mattered most, while the Pelicans couldn't get them to fall, and then they crumbled a little bit at the end execution wise, and then the Mavericks was able to get some tough ones to go and win it that way too. So you need players to make the plays. Not always going to be easy, not always going to be the way you drew it up. It's not going to always be the way you want it to go, but you got to trust your players to do their part too, and that's trying to make the shots that matter. And the Mavericks did that better than the Pelicans by a little bit, but you ain't gonna be mad about it if you're a Mavericks fan because you came for the win. Comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. I also do conversation video just like this, but about various only NBA basketball content and NBA content in general. Other than that, I also do breakdowns of real footage of legends, current legends, rookies, and also future stars in my draft and draft coverage too. I also do breakdown. I also have over 4,000 videos already on my channel that you can watch right now, and it's all for free. And on top of that, I make videos every day throughout the day to give you something to watch and look forward to when it comes to basketball and NBA content. Other than that, thanks for watching. Thanks for checking out the channel. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the respect that you have for me and my analysis. Thank y'all for appreciating the content for what it is and continuing to come back and enjoying what I have to make and what I want to give y'all to have some entertainment for y'all to watch when it comes from this channel. And other than that, thank y'all for checking everything out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see you guys later today with more analysis, hopefully.